Hey, Black Lounge. I hope everybody's doing as great as me. Shout out to all of y'all for tuning in. Truly appreciate it. Smoke God, KK Du jour, and everybody else that's in the clouds. Really appreciate you guys being out here today. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit, kind of catch up with you guys about what I've been doing, and also just talk to the sector about what's been going on lately because there's a lot of moving parts lately, and if you miss a day, you'll miss a lot. So I just wanted to give my little thoughts on it, and also get you guys comments, and see where you guys are with this too. So what's up, Nova Real Show? Listen, guys. First of all, this YouTube work is a lot of work. So shout out to all of you content creators because y'all know how difficult it is to get into a routine of doing things, and then continuing to do those things and staying on that path, staying consistent. It's really difficult to do that, and also to keep your niche, find your niche, and to just continue with that. So shout out to you guys. Truly appreciate you guys for all that you guys do. I know that it's not easy out here trying to do this and trying to keep up with your own YouTube channel, and also keeping your crowd happy too. I had a lot of momentum at one point with this channel, and there was a lot of things that I wanted to do and I had done. I had gotten involved with the tea sector, and started doing content on that. I get a lot of nice views when I do content on there, but one of the things that I've never wanted to do with my channel is to be very controversial, because I'm not a controversial person. I'm just not in real life. So, I mean, I don't play games with people, I don't let people talk to me any way that they want to and different things, but I'm not controversial. Okay. Like, I don't start problems, I don't start issues. So it's hard for me to just continue to just gossip about somebody, because I'm just not that kind of person in real life. So, I started going down that path, and then I realized that it's something that I didn't want to keep up with. And that's how you end up, kind of pulling away from a certain sector. So I think that's what happened in this situation with me. I just didn't want to continue. Well, not that I was beefing with anybody in the tea sector in any way, but in order for you to really make it really big in the tea sector, you got to create some kind of beef with somebody, or you got to go back and forth with somebody. And that is not something that I want to do. I mean, I just don't want to. I've noticed that a few of them do that, and they only get views when they're going back and forth with each other. And I don't want to do that. I mean, I just don't want to. It's okay. I mean, I don't have to have a large, big YouTube channel. Maybe this just isn't for me, if that's what I got to do. And as I explored YouTube, I learned that most of the Black sectors are like that. Most of the Black YouTube sectors just got a bunch of people just going back and forth, bunch of different content creators arguing back and forth with each other. So this ain't for me, y'all. This just ain't for me. I'm cool with being in the chat. I'm cool with supporting y'all and this and this and this, and I'll even support myself. But I've got other streams of income. I've got my job, of course, and then other streams of income too. So I don't know. I have to take a step back from this for a while, because I don't think this is what I want to do. And then on top of that, when I do put work and time into content, it's not the content that YouTube wants me to talk about, apparently. So, and I'll tell you guys why. I'll give you guys an example. I had the Illuminati cards, okay? And I started making videos on that. And literally, YouTube started shadow banning my channel when I started doing the Illuminati card game and showing you guys that. So I had to, hey TMK Media and Vici, how you doing? Peace to you too. I had to pull those cards off, and it really pissed me off because, number one, I spent a nice piece of money on those cards. But number two, also because I feel like I should be able to say what I want on my channel, especially if I'm not um what I'm thinking is going against YouTube guidelines. I wasn't saying any curse words. I wasn't saying any names, or anything like that. I was just showing you guys what's on these Illuminati cards. And they literally started shadow banning my channel. So I say, you know what? Listen, I took those videos down. That's why you guys don't see those. And I took a couple other videos down. And I did start to see a bit of a change in my viewership. I started to see my traffic go back up a little bit, but not enough. Especially for the editing that I do with a lot of these videos, with the Atlanta child murders and stuff like that. It takes me a lot of time to edit that. And I really did not want to be putting the time and the effort into this if YouTube is going to be shadow banned and how much traffic is actually coming to my channel. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. That's just ridiculous. I mean, I don't think we need to open up Conscious Energies app, but I don't want to play this game with YouTube. I just don't. It's not worth it. It's not worth the energy to me. So, but I will say that effort does pay off. I was able to get my first YouTube check from memberships and also from ad revenue and just people, supporting me, super chats and different things like that. So that was nice. It was really nice to see that work pay off, and, to go into my account. So that was really cool. I really appreciated that. And that also makes me not want to completely give up on it. So I'm not giving up on it. I just need to take a step back and figure out how I want to do this, what direction I want to go, and shout out to my co-host, We on Lock. I really appreciate him. He's my brother. He's really supportive of everything that I do. But we got to figure out I got to figure out what's best for me when it comes to this channel and whether or not I even want to continue with some of the subjects I'm doing, or what I want to do, or even if I want to do this at all. But we've got a new year coming in. The new year starts off fresh things, I believe. I believe that the universe starts everything fresh in the wintertime. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at things and see exactly what direction I want to go. What's up, Too Big for Skinny Jeans? Yeah, so that's what I wanted to tell you guys briefly about me and the direction that I'm going with Black Lounge and why you guys haven't seen the Atlanta child murders this week, why you didn't see Black Ink Crew this week. I might do Black Ink tonight. Well, I'll let you guys know. But as far as the Atlanta child murders, I did not do that video this week because of the time it takes me to edit it and how I'm just not interested in taking that much time for something that's not going to really flourish in the end. It doesn't make sense to me. So I need to figure out, maybe I just need to sit back and figure out more. And you know what? YouTubers will tell you that happens. You got to step back sometimes, change some things, do some things different, or whatever you got to do. But yeah, I'm going to take a step back from that and figure out what I'm going to do with that. Now, let's go ahead and get into this Secktah news, okay, and what's been going on out here in these YouTube streets. There's a lot, okay? There's a whole lot going on. First of all, shout out to Nikki Proctor Walden, all right? I want to say that because you're right, sis. Like, we do got to be careful with who we allow to talk about us and to say, different things about us as Black women. It's important for us to stick together when it comes to stuff like that. I do appreciate you, saying that, because, I mean, I tend to not, it's not that I don't stand up for myself, because I do, but I tend not to go back and forth with people, especially, if I feel like you're just saying things just to continue to go on and on and on. And if somebody else decides to say something about it, cool. But I'm not going to keep saying something about it. But I do appreciate you at least saying something about Carrie Ann and that situation. The issue that I took with it is the fact that a lot of times we get close to one another, or people get close to one another off of YouTube, not realizing who that person really is or what, that person's really about. And, then you end up in situations like this. Okay. So you stood up for this woman and you showed her respect and the respect that a black woman would show to another black woman, which was the utmost respect to me. But then she turned around and it turns out she was putting your business out there to Photon behind the scenes. And I thought that was crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised because of the kind of behavior that Carrie Ann has been showing. I'm not totally surprised about that. I'm not even surprised that Photon would put her information out there. I mean, y'all, after all, Photon used to upload to WorldStar. Okay. So I wouldn't share none of my personal information with him. I mean, he's cool, no, I ain't got no problems with Photon or nothing. But y'all, I mean, think about it. Okay. You got to be smart about some things. There's some people that will tell you who they are. Okay. And you should believe them when they first tell you for real. So, I mean, hey, the brother said he used to work, he used to do the whole World Star thing. So I would not share any type of videos or anything with him because I just know that that might end up out there one day. And that's just that. So maybe Carrie Ann didn't know that. I don't know. Maybe she felt like she could quote unquote trust him. I don't know. But yeah, baby, that didn't work out very well. That didn't work out very well. So, maybe this is just a lesson for some of us that, you got to be careful getting quote unquote close to people off of YouTube. We don't know each other. Even, we on Lock and I, we talk off of YouTube, but we don't know each other. He does not have my personal information, and I don't have his. Okay. We don't know intricate, intimate things about each other's life. We know some things, some surface things. I know he's a married man. I know he's got a really great wife. I know he's got a really great family. He knows I have a really great fiance. I have a really great family. And, we know about those things, very surface like things. We don't know particular intimate, intricate parts of each other's lives and each other's marriages and relationships and stuff like that because it's not our business to know. You understand what I'm saying? Like what we do and what we talk about only centers around YouTube, literally. It centers around the channel, his channel, my channel, other sectors, this sector. That's the only thing we really talk about. We don't talk about other things. So you got to be careful with forming alliances with people because when you start forming these alliances and then it turns out not to be, what you thought it would be, now you're not sitting here with your pants down, you know what I mean, after talking shit or saying something about something. And then this person is blabbing that information out here to these YouTube streets. So I just thought that was crazy. But Nikki, I appreciate you though. I want to say that because I think that your intentions were to be a strong Black sister who is your sister. I heard you say that. And that's something that myself and my sisters in my social club actually say. We don't say I'm my sister's keeper. I'm my sister. So that I felt that. And I know exactly what you mean by that. But it's appropriate in some places and inappropriate in others. And I think that would be inappropriate in this case because we don't know each other. We just don't know each other. It's unfortunate. And especially when you come across people like that, it is unfortunate. But hey, it is what it is. And hopefully we've all learned from it and won't continue to deal with the same thing. Yeah. So anyway, that was one thing I wanted to say. Now let's talk about this church sector. Okay. Now I will say that I know some content creators in the church sector. I have, and I'm not going to name their names because they're not into the drama. I've also been to several channels over there, and I've been to even more channels lately because I kind of wanted to get a gauge, kind of even what D. Durrell was doing. Shout out to him. Just getting a gauge of what was going on out here. I didn't want to make any assumptions just because, at one point in time, I had disagreed with let me see your transcripts. Okay. Yes, I did. I openly disagreed with her. She's aware of it. And I'm aware of it. I'm pretty sure all of y'all are aware of it. But I don't have a problem with let me see your transcript. That's number one. I've also made peace with her a while ago. So I don't have a reason to just go over there and start jumping on bandwagons and be like, hey, yeah, let me see your transcript. We ain't going. No, I'm not going to do that. Okay. But I did want to get an understanding of where the side that Larry Reid's side is taken, and also the side that Daryl Moore and let me see your transcript and the A team is taken. So let me give you all a little bit of that, okay? Because maybe y'all all don't know exactly what's going on, but I think most of you that are in the chat right now are aware of what's happening with the church sector. So apparently, let me see your transcript is a part of a group called the A Team, not the AFWs, which we all know about, but the A Team, which is with Daryl Moore, a person called Miss, I forgot his name, and then there's another female, and basically all of them are, well, Daryl Moore has made accusations against Larry Reid, saying that there are people that are coming forth saying that he has S or S abused. Okay, I'm not going to use the word, but I think we all know, has S abused various men when they were still teenagers. Okay, it was about 3 or 4 men that came forth claiming that this happened to them. And or allegedly. So these men allegedly came to Daryl Moore, and Daryl Moore was supposed to be doing some interviews with these people, but the interviews never really surfaced. But he did come out, and he was putting this information out there. And let me see your transcript. And these other people were involved with getting the information, putting the information out, but Daryl Moore was pretty much the one that's spearheading the campaign. Okay. To make a long story short, Larry Reid got a hold of this information, and he's now suing Daryl Moore for somewhere in the tune of $250,000. Okay. So almost $250,000. And this is because of defamation, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff involved in it. It's more than just the S abuse allegations as well. There's allegations against him for tax fraud and all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay. So the first thing I wanted to say was, one thing about us in this sector is a lot of us do not tend to just jump from side to side or jump to a side immediately. Okay. A lot of us will be neutral. We'll sit and we'll listen to everybody in the situation, and then we'll form an opinion as we go along. There's some of us in this group, that will just immediately hop on somebody's bandwagon without really knowing the truth or facts. But the majority of people in this sector have the ability to make their own decisions about things, listen to something, and form their own opinion and be able to freely go about wherever they want based off of what they're feeling. So the thing that I'm noticing in not the T sector, the thing I'm noticing in this church sector is a lot of people tend to want to jump on bandwagons without necessarily looking into the situation and making a full decision based off of facts. Okay. So the facts that I'm seeing so far are not necessarily looking good on Daryl Moore's side for me. Okay. I don't see necessarily where the facts are when it comes to these allegations that Daryl Moore is making against Larry Reid. Okay. However, that doesn't mean that the facts aren't there, because even myself, having been a victim of S abuse, and I told you guys at one point, that's happened to me as a child. So I'm aware of the fact that how hard it is, how difficult it is to come forth with information like that, to talk about stuff like that, especially to law enforcement or to anybody for that matter. But because I've been open lately, and I've been open for the past several years about what happened to me. It's a lot easier for me to talk about that publicly. Okay. But for other people, they really might not be in that situation. So I never want to ever, 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 ever be that person that judges somebody for not coming forward about what happened to them when it comes to S abuse. Okay. I'm just not going to be that person. I know other people have different opinions about that. They feel like the quicker you go to law enforcement, the quicker things could be handled, which probably in a perfect world is true. Okay. But unfortunately, we don't live in a perfect world. And so you cannot always just go to law enforcement, especially Black people, especially Black men. Okay. So I'm not going to judge that situation. Okay. I'm not going to say Daryl Moore is wrong. I'm not going to say he's right. I'm having a hard time with the fact that he's not able to produce this information to the court, which is causing the court to hold him in contempt, causing the court to, question him a little bit more in regards to this, Daryl Moore, that is, in this matter. But again, like I said, when it comes to S abuse, it is a very sensitive subject. And if those people are not being sued themselves, they may not want to open up about that for various reasons. And I am not going to be the one to judge them on that. So I'm not going to say Daryl is wrong. Okay. I'm not going to say the A team is wrong. But then at the same time, Larry Reed is suing. Okay. He is not playing around with these people. And he said he's going to sue them all one by one. Right now, he's suing Daryl Moore. I have not seen any paperwork on Let Me See Your Transcript or anybody else yet. But if it's out there, it's out there. I haven't seen it. But my opinion on that is I feel like all of us should be able to form our own opinion about what's going on because we have been introduced to that sector and they've been introduced to us. I feel like we all should be able to form our own thought process on it. We should all be able to have our own opinion and be able to go into each other's, platforms and openly discuss those things as long as we're not disrespecting one another. Some of those people, though, and I'm going to name one name, and it's Tina R, because apparently she be over here lurking in our chats, okay, and then going back over there and acting like anti-Afro Svengali in their chats, okay? So, and I'm just going to say it. I mean, I just got to say it. Tina R, honey, if you're not interested in what we're talking about over here, you don't have to be over here. Like, you really don't have to come over here. You don't have to come and talk to us. Just for you to go back and go and tell people like Knockout Media, that we're all a bunch of trolls and we're all causing problems and we're all, starting shit. No, we're not all doing that. Okay. There are some people that are trolling. Yes, we do have our set of trolls around here. We have our people that will cause chaos in the chat if you allow them to. But everybody is not like that. And some of us want to go over to other, content creators and support them. Just because you see our names over here in these chat rooms does not mean that we're there to start problems. Does not mean we're there to cause problems. Okay. So miss me with that. And please stop telling these content creators that. And then you want to come over to people like Binary. Shout out to Binary. You want to come over into his chat room. You want to come over into D. Durrell's chat room. But then you want to talk trash about them to other content creators out in the church sector and then still come over here and think that you're going to fellowship with us. That doesn't make sense to me. Okay, stop that. Be the same all the way around the board. We don't have to, you don't got to be, one way over here. And then when you get over there, you're another way. No. We don't tolerate that. Okay. The way you're telling us that y'all don't tolerate certain things over there. We don't tolerate that. Okay. That's one thing we don't do. We don't do the backstabbing, and we will all have each other's backs. Now, we might go back and forth with each other amongst each other, but ain't nobody else going to come up in this sector and start nothing with none of us in this sector. And that includes Let Me See Your Transcript. Y'all not about to come up in here hopping on her. Y'all not about to come up in here, jumping all over her case. No. Y'all not going to do that because she is over here in this family. And even though we don't always agree with everything that she do, we're going to support her. And that's it. Y'all ain't got to like it. You don't got to like it. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there because I did have a talk with y'all um, about this, the other day when I was a little tipsy, but I was on a Slanders panel. And, y'all were asking me about whether I think the church sector should come in and, start fellowshipping with us. And at first, yeah, I did think so. And I still think so to a certain degree because, if we want to grow the sector at least a little bit for the content creator sakes, then yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But I definitely have a problem with it when you got people coming over here into our chat rooms just trying to hear what we're talking about just to run tell that or just to go and be like, oh yeah, don't let that person in here, don't let that person come in the chat. Like, we not, no, we already finally got that type of stuff under wraps in our little sector where everybody in the chat understands. We understand the purpose of moderators. We understand everybody's not, going to have a moderator. We understand that some people who didn't have moderators now have moderators. They've had talks with their moderators, different things like that. We've got that whole thing situated already. So we're not about to play that game with nobody else in no other sector. Y'all not about to come up in here and start telling us what we're going to do with our chats and how we're going to moderate and not moderate and all this. And then you running and telling that to different other people. No, 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 no. No, no. But I am going to support other content creators over there. I mean, I do support some of them. I don't have to agree with everything you say, but I'm going to support you. And other people are going to support me, and we'll just keep going like that. But as far as the sector is concerned, I really like the family niche of the sector and how we all tend to stand up for each other. We all tend to have each other back, even if we don't get along behind the scenes, okay, or we don't agree with everything behind the scenes. We have a camaraderie with each other. And I really respect that. I really respect y'all because of it. But y'all, that's all I really had to say. I just wanted to let y'all know what I have been doing and will be doing and what I've been thinking about what's been going on lately. Shout out to, again, all the content creators here in the sector. Y'all keep doing y'all thing while I sit here and figure this out because I don't know if I want, like I said, I lost a lot of steam with this when YouTube started shadow banning me. I really, really lost a lot of steam from it because I just don't got time to be putting time into something just for it nothing to come from it. I don't have time for that. And it's not even that nothing would come from it. It's just that I need them to stop shadow banning me because literally that's what they do. And I just want y'all to know you got one time to piss YouTube off and they're going to shadow ban you. They're going to do the dumb stuff. Y'all can look at my views and see it. I mean, I went just a few weeks ago, I went from 500, 1,000 people watching my videos to like 50 people, 70 people. You know what I mean? That's like, it's not that it's, the worst feeling in the world. It's just when you put effort into it and you're putting the same amount of effort into it that you were, or even less, before, it's ridiculous to put that type of effort into it just for YouTube to kind of, play around with your channel. I don't have time for that. I thought about making a new channel and just starting over and all that other stuff, but I'm not about to do that. I've already done this. I've already gotten to monetization. I've already gotten to this place. I'm just going to keep going with what I'm doing, but I'm going to take my time with it. I'm going to figure it out and go from there. But yeah, some of the stuff that I have done on there, I probably won't be doing anymore, or at least I'll do it sparingly. But I definitely am going to change up my programming. All right. All right, guys. So I hope y'all have a good day. I'm getting ready to go ahead and get myself situated for work. I do got to work at 10. And I will talk to you guys later. Shout out to you guys for tuning in and peace.